Hey guys, Jean-Claude back with another deck opening. Let's hope for some actual Aember control inside of this deck. I think it's very crucial to find a good Age of Ascension deck, or some sort of like stall effect. If you see Heart of the Forest, that kind of acts as Aember control. As long as you have ways to like maybe forge keys to get ahead of your opponent. Whether it's, through different tricks. Alright, let's see what we have today. We can tell it's a green archon. See that right there. The houses are Sanctum, Brobnar. Oh no! Oh, in this box we already had a Sanctum Brobnar deck and we had no big creatures. It was crazy. Last house, I believe it was also Mars. Do not be a common theme in here. Benedict the Very Celebrated. Oh man. Give me something to celebrate, okay? Don't give me no big creatures and a Sanctum Brobnar deck, okay? Give us some good creatures. Give us some nice effects. Said we're looking for Aember control. And we begin with Sanctum. What is this? Eye of Judgment. It's an artifact. Aember whenever you play it. Action. Purge a creature from a discard pile. That is pretty interesting. Wow. So yeah, obviously it's a rare. So the creature has to already go away, so it won't come back for the future. Might be a little bit better than it was in Coda because there's more effects that kind of bring them back. You have Exhume that will put it right into play. You also have Not Finished With You, which is returning a bunch. So I guess that's okay. I like that you at least get the Aember for it. It's not too bad of a card. Preventing your opponent from bringing back their best creatures, that's okay effect. Oh, and we have two of them. I don't know how I feel about this card, but that is kind of neat. Oh, a Mars Ambassador, 1 power elusive. Fight Reap. You may play or use a Mars card this turn. First Ambassador we've opened up on the channel, but I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about this. I love that they put the fight effect here. That means that you're actually able to fight, break a creature's elusive, then, since he's in Sanctum, hopefully use a bigger creature to then kill that elusive creature. So that's kind of neat that they gave you both options there to then play a Mars card. Gatekeeper, 5 power, 1 armor. Play. If your opponent has 7 more Aember, capture all but 5 of it. That's the Aember control we're talking about. Let's kind of set that aside, shall we? Whoa, free markets. Play. Gain 1 Aember to a maximum of 6 for each house represented among cards in play, except for Sanctum. That is so good. There's plenty of games where you're going to get at least 3 Aember, sometimes 4 Aember off this card, so that is great to see. Barrister Joya, 5 power, 1 armor. Enemy creatures cannot reap. Okay, that's another cool Aember control. We'll set that over there. Smite. Play. Ready and fight with a friendly creature. Deal 2 damage to the attacked creature's neighbors. That's a pretty good card. Maruk the Marked, 5 power, 1 armor. After he prevents damage with its armor, capture 1 Aember for each damage prevented. Okay, cool. And we have another one of those going to the Aember pile. Bourdain the Redeemed, 3 power elusive. Action, capture 2 Aember. Okay, yeah, I like that. Oh, okay. One of my favorite Sanctum creatures. Aubade the Grim, 4 power, 1 armor. Play, capture 3 Aember. Reap, discard 1 Aember from him. That is one of the best Aember controls because you're able to capture and then they don't necessarily get all the Aember back because he might have discarded 1, 2, or possibly all 3 of them. So that's really neat. Just want to pull these up real quick. So we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forms of Aember control. 6, that is really sweet. Oh my gosh. 7, because we have another Aubade the Grim. That is great. Now we are on to Mars. It's custom virus artifact, and whenever you play it. Omni, sacrifice it, purge a creature from your hand. Destroy each creature that shares a trait with the purged creature. So, just want to point out, a trait is Spirit Knight, not like Sanctum, right? Or Power Armor. It's Spirit Knight. Those are the traits right there. So, we purge this guy from hand. We're going to destroy all spirits and knights. That can get pretty interesting because there's a lot of traits that sometimes come across different houses. So we'll see what we can do with this card. That's a fun little card. Stormcrawler, 6 power, 1 armor. He only deals 1 damage when fighting, and after an enemy creature reaps, stun it. Okay, it's kind of a form of Aember control again. Orbital Bombardment, 1 Aember whenever you play it. Reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand. For each card revealed this way, deal 2 damage to a creature. You may choose a different creature each time. That's a nice card. Containment Field. It's an upgrade. After this creature is used, destroy it. Cool. Ooh, Yixlix Dominator, 9 power, 1 armor. Taunt. He enters play stunned. That's great for protecting those Aubade the Grims. And we have 2 of them. Sweet. Sky Booster Squadron, 4 power, Reap. Return it to your hand. 2 of those. Mother Gun. It's an artifact. Action. Reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand. Deal damage to a creature equal to the number of Mars cards revealed this way. Perfect card to combo with, ironically, here they are, Sky Booster Squadrons. Maybe you only have 2 or 3 Mars cards in your hand. You can only do 3 damage. These guys are out. You get to reap with them. get the Aember, return to your hand. Now you suddenly have 5 damage you can do to a creature. It's a big difference. Mind Worm, 1 power elusive. Before the fight, the creature Mind Worm fights deals damage equal to its power to each of its neighbors. I'm not too big on this card, it's okay. Mars First, 1 Aember whenever you play it. Ready and use a friendly Mars creature. Okay, maybe Mind Worm is okay simply because Mars First turns it on. Ixaly, Fixed Finger, 2 power, 2 armor, elusive. Each other Martian creature gets +1 armor. Cool. Traits we were talking about, Martian and Scientist. Scientist can help take out, if your opponent has Logos on their side of the board, he can get rid of it. Forge Master Og, 4 power. After a player forges a key, they lose all the remaining Aember, so it's good against rush decks. Oh, the War Chest, it's an artifact. Action, gain 1 Aember for each enemy creature that was destroyed in a fight this turn. Give us a lot of Brobnar creatures and make them big. Come on, baby. Ogo Pogo, 6 power. After he attacks and destroys a creature, you may deal 2 damage to another creature. Very nice. Flame Wake Shaman, 4 power. Play, deal 2 damage to a creature. Burn the Stockpile, more Aember control. If your opponent has 7 or more Aember, they lose 4 of it. This is a lot of Aember control for a AoA deck. This is pretty crazy. Groggins, 8 power. If he's used to fight, he can only attack flank creatures. 2 of those. Wow, okay, this is pretty good for the War Chest. Cowfind, 5 power. Before the fight, deal 2 damage to each neighbor of the creature Cowfind fights. Important to note, this is a before the fight effect. So any creatures destroyed by this won't activate additional Aember for the War Chest. It's only from fights. And we have 2 of them. Coward's End, destroy each undamaged creature, gain 3 chains. That can be pretty powerful. Brammo, 4 power, 1 armor. Play, deal 2 damage to each enemy flame creature. I like him quite a bit. And the last card of the deck is 1/2 Punch. It's an Aember whenever you play it. Stun an enemy creature. If that creature was already stunned, destroy it instead. Don't remember seeing any stun effects, so it's at least an Aember and then a stun. It's not going to destroy anything. I don't even know if I necessarily pulled all the Aember control out. Let me just kind of check back through here. Might have missed one. I feel like I hit all of them, but let's see. Yeah, it looks like okay. So this is a whole pile of Aember control. I can't believe it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is by far the most I've seen in AoA. Let's kind of look at how much Aember we have in here. I'm hoping to see, I don't think we're going to hit it. Actually, matter of fact, I know we won't hit it, but I want to see 17 plus. 1, 2, at least 3, 4, 5, oh no, 8, 9, 10. Oh, what a shame. Okay, only 10, but to be fair, this deck should do a pretty good job of controlling our opponent's board. So let's kind of look at that. Let's see. Kind of put those aside. This helps control the board. Mars First can do it. War Chest is just Aember. This controls the board. Controlling. I mean, check these out. So we have big fat creatures. We have effects that either go with them or themselves will take care of our opponent's board. So we can hopefully get quite a few reaps out of our creatures to make that pretty good. Mars Ambassador. Sometimes being able to call Sanctum and having Mars cards in your hand with the Mother Gun, that could be a really powerful effect. Being able to just take out a creature, then use all your Sanctum guys to reap, that's pretty cool. I kind of like that. That might be one of the main targets with that. We had just big creatures. Let's check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Well, he survives removal. He doesn't do damage. 5, 6. Just counting 5 power and higher creatures. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Kind of hope our opponent plays a Grunt Buggy against us because it's going to hurt them more often than it hurts us with this deck. But yeah, these bigger creatures, they're great for getting at least one fight out of them, killing, and then actually going back through and just keeping them on the board to reap, so that's really good. Yeah, this deck is definitely a deck that's all about reaping, but as far as being quick about winning the game, it's not going to happen. It doesn't have any sort of crazy combos to make that happen either. It does seem to be a pretty resilient deck, though. The War Chest can make Aember just appear out of nowhere. So these add to the resilience because you can get rid of your opponent's bigger creatures. Taking care of a creature again. Free markets, just based upon how big I think the board would get. Yeah, this is guaranteed 3 Aember. Coward's End, just in case something crazy happens, you can at least take care of it with that. I don't know if you necessarily want the 3 chains with this deck because it's not going to cycle very fast, but it's still there just in case you need it. I think a lot of times we'll end up discarding it. But But yeah, I kind of like this deck quite a bit, and there's something about the Mars Ambassador with Mother Gun that I just love. I love the idea of having 4 to 6 Sanctum cards out that I want to use every turn, and always use the Mother Gun, take out a creature, maybe every so often, the Maruk or something, use it as Aember control, and just reap with our Sanctum guys. That's kind of neat. I love these Ambassadors. First deck I've ever opened with an Ambassador, so that's kind of cool. I do think, I mean, obviously they're tiny, but I think there's a lot they can do. And the Custom Virus, man, that card is so dependent on what your opponent has. You have no idea what deck you're up against, and that card can just be huge for board wipes. Be careful, though, because it will destroy your own creatures. So if you do choose a human, right? Let's say you do the Flame Wake Shaman, get rid of humans. Maybe your opponent has humans and Logos or Sanctum themselves. You are going to hurt your Sanctum guys that are human as well, such as this Redeemed. So be very aware of what traits you have on your cards here before you use them. Did we have we did have at least one beast, so that might be able to take care of Untamed if you run up against Untamed, because the Mind Worm itself is a beast. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty interesting. We had the one Scientist there too. It's funny to think that your other cards can suddenly become tech against other decks, thanks to a Custom Virus. Alright guys, the rating on this deck, it's unfortunately going to be a little bit lower than I would hope. Only because even with all the Aember control, its actual Aember generation was really low. So, I mean, I'm going to give it probably a hair above an average rating, so let's go with like a C+. And its deck performance is really going to be dependent on just how valuable that Custom Virus is, just how much removal your opponent has for your creatures. I think you'll win the power struggle between you and your opponent with this deck. Alright guys, well, thank you very much for watching my videos, and I will see you next time.